2026 is going to be an interesting year for tech, not because everything will suddenly feel futuristic, but because a lot of changes will quietly affect how we use our devices every single day. So in this video, Siddharth and I will talk about 5 tech trends we genuinely expect to shape 2026. Let's get started.
Let's start with the one that most people will notice immediately, and which is smartphone prices going up. We've already seen flagships getting expensive, the Vivos, the Oppos, and even the iQOOs.
I think I also feel in 2026, phones are going to get more expensive, guys, and not just the flagship models, but also mid-range phones. They will also go up in price. And the frustrating part is that many of them won't even feel dramatically better than what we have already seen
last year.
So, care to explain?
You see, components such as chipsets are getting costlier, AI features need stronger camera, need stronger hardware. All of these components are getting more expensive, and all the brands are under pressure to protect their margins. We can't dissuade from that particular fact, but the result is higher pricing. And also, with higher pricing, we get some compromises. So I'm expecting phones with base variants to, get slower storage, fewer RAM options. The 4GB RAM variant could make a comeback, or, the charging speeds that, haven't really improved.
Of course, the phones, I think, won't be bad. I really hope so. But it won't feel like a big jump either. This is probably the year when more people start holding on to their phones for longer, not because they love them, but because upgrading doesn't feel urgent anymore.
Yeah, right.
Now, one area where things might genuinely improve, though, is battery life.
Right.
I think in 2026, we'll start seeing phones comfortably crossing the 10,000 mAh battery mark, and surprisingly without turning into massive, bricks in the hand.
Right.
And this is happening, I think, thanks to better battery chemistry, smarter internal layouts, and brands finally realizing that thinness isn't everything.
That's true. I mean, we have already seen early versions of these concept phones that go up to 15,000 mAh batteries. There are other phones by other brands, specifically maybe in China, that have phones with 10,000 mAh plus battery already in the market, but those feel brick in comparison. I think much bigger battery phones, more than the likes of 7,000 mAh, should get more mainstream this year, especially in our market, like India, for example. And the focus won't just be chasing big numbers, but also offering dependable battery life. Just think about phones that last a full day and then some, and even with heavy use, it will matter more than phones that charge, say, for example, 120 watt fast charging, and basically phones that charge insanely fast. So what do you think about that?
I think I absolutely agree with you. And on to the next one, right? Mobile gaming is another space that's been steadily evolving, and 2026 could finally be the year it starts feeling serious. We have already seen console-level games on phones, even the iPhone 15 Pro, like 2 to 3 years ago, right?
Yes.
iPhone 15 Pro brought that, that power in your hands, and now I think so in 2026 this trend, and these days even Netflix for that matter, offers plenty of ports for the casual user. So care to elaborate, Siddharth?
So I think more AAA titles will be built with smartphones in mind, especially because the chipsets are getting more and more stronger and capable. But they won't be just treated as simple ports, because flagship chips are now powerful enough, cooling systems are improving, developers are realizing just how massive the mobile gaming audience really is. Because, see, phones won't replace consoles or gaming PCs, but they don't need to. For many people, I feel the phone will become the most used gaming device simply because it's always there with you.
Adding to that, I would say with controller support, better optimization, and excellent displays that are already in place, on these phones, mobile gaming will feel less like a compromise and more like a choice. Another trend that will grow quietly rather than explosively is smart glasses. We have already seen Meta glasses gaining traction in India, and I think in 2026 they won't suddenly become cool or futuristic, but I think they will start feeling normal, if you can understand. I mean, just look at the Meta ones, the ones with Manas. So there's no heavy display, no full, AR visuals, just cameras, basic audio thingy, notifications are there, and this light AI assistance, running in the background.
And I think, next year, more smart glasses should start popping up, and the focus should be on small, useful innovations like taking photos without pulling out your phone, quick translations, even, navigation prompts. For example, you're going on a bike and then you need that navigation help over there, and, just basically hands-free AI help. That is always on you. The idea is not to replace smartphones, at least not yet, but they could be more like wireless earbuds, but for your eyes.
Oh, okay.
If you know what I mean. On to the next one. Okay, as for the final trend, and you must have guessed it by now, it's AI.
But haven't we seen enough of AI like already for all these years now?
There's a lot left to see, I believe, because the AI race is not going to slow down this year as well. I expect the rivalry between major players like OpenAI, Google, all of these will continue, and so the idea of AI bubble bursting doesn't really hold up, I feel, in say the next few months at least. What will change though is regulation on the AI generated content or AI in general. Governments and regulators will step in more seriously, not to stop AI but to control how it's used. Issues around data usage, deepfakes, AI-generated content, and transparency will become harder to ignore. For users, AI will also feel integrated but also a bit more restrained. So rather than bold promises that we see everybody making these days, expect AI to be baked into everyday apps that make practical sense. I think that is where we are heading this year.
Well, in a nutshell, 2026 won't be about dramatic breakthroughs. We feel it's going to be more about, higher prices, better endurance, more serious mobile gaming, and AI getting more mature. Now, of course, some of these changes will be welcome, some will be frustrating, but all of them will shape how we interact with technology on a daily basis.
So let us know which of these trends you agree with and which one you think we have completely missed. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.